Do you want to improve your speaking skills? Well, I'm going to tell you 6 useful and practical ways to truly unlock your speaking potential. That's coming up. What's up, everyone? My name is Wes. This is Interactive English, which is all about helping you guys practice and improve your English skills. And today we are talking about speaking because we get comments all the time about this. I need to improve my speaking. How do I practice my speaking? I need speaking for the IELTS. What should I do to improve my speaking? Speaking. It is so important to many of you out there, and I understand why, because it is the primary way in which we communicate. But before we begin, I want to talk to you about a great opportunity to really boost your English fluency as well as unlock more of your speaking potential. And that is by doing the Lingoda Marathon. And Lingoda was kind enough to sponsor today's lesson. All right, so you can see I am wearing my Lingoda shirt because I want to talk to you about the Lingoda Marathon. This is a great opportunity to really take your English to the next level. But if you don't know about Lingoda, they offer online language lessons with qualified teachers who are all native speakers. And I was also a student there. I took some classes in Spanish and it was a great experience. But the marathon, this right here, this is a big event. And this is a great way to dramatically improve your speaking skills. So you're going to take your English fluency from right here, and it's going to go up, all the way, up there. It's going to go way up there because you are going to speak English every day for 90 days, and that is really just going to take your English to the next level. And you can sign up for the marathon by clicking on the link in the description and secure your spot, because the marathon is going to begin on May 27th, 2019, but you need to reserve your place before May 13th. Now, here's the best part. If you successfully complete the marathon and you take one class a day for 90 days, then you will be eligible for a full refund. That's right, you'd be able to take 90 English lessons and save over €800. Again, I encourage you, click on the link, check out the site, because Lingoda has some different options. You can either do the full marathon or the half marathon. Notice there is normally an entry fee of €5. But for you guys here at Interactive English, if you use the voucher code SPEAK4 when you register for the marathon, you will not pay an entry fee. Your entry fee will be free. So if you are truly motivated to improve your English and you are a dedicated learner, then the marathon is meant for you. And you don't have to take my word for it. Just go to the site and read about what others have had to say about the marathon and their experience. And don't forget about the best part. If you successfully complete it, then you will be eligible for a refund. For more information, please click on the link in the description and remember to use the voucher code SPEAK4 so that you don't have to pay an entry fee. Again, this is a great way to unlock your speaking potential, and let's talk about some more ways to do that right now. And I'm going to do this a little differently because I'm going to give you quotes to make it a little more meaningful and then tell you exactly what you need to do to truly unlock your potential. And the first amazing, wonderful quote I have for you is this: "The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another." So this quote is all about anxiety. When we're full of anxiety, then we're afraid of making mistakes and we become afraid of speaking. And this can be very stressful. When you're focused on what it is that you're afraid of, when you're focused on making a mistake and you are completely stressed out, that is when so many learners just put up a wall between themselves and whoever it is that they're speaking to. And that's when people become quiet. So what you want to do is bring down that anxiety, and that's all it is. It is just a thought. And what this quote is encouraging you to do is just to find something else to think about. Don't focus on what makes you afraid to speak. Don't worry about that. Try to focus on the positives, not the negatives. And that's going to help you speak more freely. That's going to lower your anxiety. You are not going to feel stressed, and you will be able to unlock your speaking potential. The next quote that I have for you is this one: "Confidence is not 'they will like me.' Confidence is 'I'll be fine if they don't.'" So this quote kind of ties in with that last one. You just need to be confident in your speaking ability. And it doesn't matter if you make a mistake, just keep speaking. You don't want to feel anxious. You don't want to be stressed. You want to show confidence. You want to have confidence in your speaking ability. And that's what this quote is trying to tell us. Who cares what the other person or what the other people think about your speaking ability? Who cares if they know that you are not a native English speaker? Who cares if you make a little mistake? It does not matter. You need to be confident in your speaking ability because that is just going to allow you to just communicate freely and say what you want to say. As long as people understand what you're saying, that is the key. That is the most important thing. So you need to try and build yourself with confidence. And a great way to do that is really put yourself in a situation that you might not be comfortable with. So if you're a little shy when it comes to speaking, maybe you don't like singing, then practice that. Start singing in the shower. Actually say words out loud and practice your speaking skills. Maybe you don't like being on a video camera. Maybe you don't like the way you sound. So set up the camera and record yourself having a conversation or record yourself just speaking about any topic. And then you can go back and watch it and see if you feel confident about what you're talking about. And if you don't, just do it again and again and again because that is the best way to build confidence. And that also brings us to our next quote, which is, don't practice until you get it right. Practice until you can't get it wrong. I tell learners this all the time. Practice, practice, and practice some more. And don't just practice things that are new to you. Go back and review. Just practice anything. It is all good for your speaking fluency. And this really complements those first two suggestions because the more you practice, the less stress, the less anxiety you will feel. The more you practice, the more confidence you will have in your speaking ability. And even if you don't have someone that you can speak to directly, there are other ways that you can practice your skills. I mentioned singing in the shower, setting up the camera and recording yourself. But I'd encourage you to try and find someone that you can speak English with. Look for somebody around your hometown who would also like to improve their English skills. Or maybe you can find someone online who would do a language exchange. You can also look online to find a tutor or an instructor, or even do events like the Lingota Marathon because all of that is going to help you unlock your speaking potential. The next quote that I have for you is this. Realize it's okay to make speaking mistakes and own up to it. Everyone makes mistakes, even if you're a native English speaker. I make speaking mistakes all the time, especially when recording these videos. If you'd like to improve your speaking skill, or you can find an English instructor. But before we short-term speaking goals, because there's easy, I just make so many of them, it's ridiculous. And that's why it's just important to own up to it. Just acknowledge that, yes, I am going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. There's nothing you can do to change that. And it's okay to admit it and even acknowledge it and just say, well, sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. Or maybe you're like, well, sorry, I got sidetracked. I was talking about something that wasn't relevant. Or you could say, yeah, and I digress. You were getting away from the topic and now you're going to get back on that topic. Or maybe they don't understand what you're saying and they look a little confused or they got the wrong impression. Just say, that's not what I meant to say. Let me say it again so that you understand perfectly. Just own up to it, move on, and that is going to help you unlock your speaking potential. Then I have this wonderful quote for you right here. Your dreams are only your dreams until you write them down. Then they're your goals. This quote is all about goals, setting goals and trying to reach them. Don't just think about things that you would like to do, because when you're just thinking about it, again, those are just dreams. That's not reality. But as soon as you write them down and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to achieve, then they become an actual goal that you can try to realize, that you can try to accomplish. And I'd recommend setting short-term goals because you want to keep it simple. You want to have that sense of accomplishment, and that's just going to help you build your confidence and unlock your speaking potential. Then we have another quote for all of you book lovers out there, which is, a person who won't read has no advantage over a person who can't read. This is all about highlighting the importance of reading, which is a skill that is so important. Because if you don't read, then it's almost like you can't read. You have no advantages, and there are many advantages to reading. Two very important ones are grammar and vocabulary. Because when you're reading, you are seeing how the correct grammar is being used, and you're taking that information in, and you will be able to then use it the next time you're speaking. Also, when you're reading, you are learning new words and phrases. You are building your vocabulary, and you're able to see how these words are used in context. And that means when you're having a conversation with someone and you want to use this new vocabulary, you'll be able to use it correctly. So I hope that you'll be able to use these suggestions and really put them into practice so that you can unlock your speaking potential. And while I have you here, let's practice speaking right now. So I have a question for you, and I want you to tell me the answer, and I want you to speak to me. Just say your answer out loud, all right? I want you to tell me, why do you want to improve your speaking? How is this going to help you? All right, I just gave you an opportunity to try and speak, and I want to know if you took advantage of that. If you did, if you answered that question, then write the word speaking in the comments so that I know you were talking to me and you really want to unlock your speaking potential. If you enjoyed this lesson, please hit that like button, and as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.